Okay. So my internet just gave some issues. So I am back. Don't fear, I'm not gone. Just my internet just chipped out. Yeah, it's technology. So hopefully the guys will return. They don't think I'm gone. Don't think I'm gone. I are here. Nah, the internet just chipped off. It chipped off and went blank for a while. There's some rain. There's some rain going on outside, so internet was a bit unstable. So I'm just giving it to some time to build back up, so I don't have to re-explain myself. 27 out of 40. Jaja, I not bad still. But yeah, tell the whole with that, bro. Oh man. When is paper three? Tomorrow as well? When is paper three? Oh, 22nd. Okay. I will see how that goes. Alright, so 28 people, 4 likes. You know, we not like that. We don't like that. We don't like that. You know, say underrate me. You don't rate me at all. Um, the folks that are not from Jamaica. Let me see you in the house. Which country do we have here apart from Jamaica? Charles, you have paper one, which is pretty easy, and tomorrow will be pretty easy. You don't have to worry. Just common sense. St. Vincent in the house. Haiti? Really? There's a Haitian in the house. Haiti don't speak French. Haiti will not understand me. Chrissy, which country are you from? Trinidad? No, guys, it will be very, very easy. Oh, you're from Jamaica. Okay. Hayes, where are you from? You're from Jamaica? They use murder pretty raw, so I assume you're from Jamaica. I'll charge you from Trinidad. Okay. Case for you say murder? Wait, yeah, we know you're Jamaican. All right. So, so we are back, guys. Write a balanced chemical equation for the process of photosynthesis. So a balance means that you'll have 6 in front of it. So it will be C6, so it will be, sorry, 6 CO2, right? Plus what? Plus sugar, right? Which is 6, sorry, plus water. Let me say sugar. Yeah. So it will be so it will be 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. You have sunlight over what? Sunlight over chloroplast, right? And then we have sugar formula, which is C6H12O6 plus oxygen, which is 6O2. Alright? So it is sunlight over chloroplast or sunlight over chlorophyll. Any one of them is fine. Chlorophyll is in the chloroplast. But yeah, use chlorophyll if that's the one you want to use. And also make sure you know the equation for aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Make sure you know that equation as well. Right? So the equation for anaerobic respiration, you can say light energy, but if you know sunlight and you know chlorophyll, just use that. So make sure you know anaerobic respiration, which is the opposite. The anaerobic respiration would be C6H12O6 plus 6O2. It will be over mitochondria over cytoplasm, I think, and then it would be carbon and water as the byproduct. So ensure that you know aerobic and anaerobic respiration formula, just in case. It's in your text, Josh. Okay, let me type it. It will be the opposite. So it will be C6. Sorry. Okay, so it will be sugar. And what's the formula for sugar? What's the formula for sugar? Give me sugar formula real quick. It's formula for glucose. Nobody? Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you real quick. So let's go back here. Respiration. Respiration. All right, that would be 37. So page 45. And let's see. It's actually there. It's not there. Okay. Here is the formula, guys. This is aerobic respiration formula. All right. So it's the opposite of photosynthesis. So it's glucose plus oxygen, right? Enzymes in mitochondria gives you carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Really? It's pretty big, guys. It's pretty big. Let me put some zoom on it. And then let me bring that up Yes, that's for aerobic respiration. So remember, guys, aerobic respiration gives the plant carbon dioxide. And remember, respiration gives humans and animals oxygen. So it's the opposite. Right. So the products are vice versa. Yes, it's in order. So that is for aerobic respiration. Yes, it matters. It doesn't matter what order unless you have glucose as the as long as you have glucose and oxygen as the raw material and carbon dioxide, water, and energy as a byproduct. For anaerobic respiration, the formula would be this one. So anaerobic respiration takes place when the body, so if you're exercising, right? If you're exercising or you're walking, you know that your body needs energy to give you, your body needs oxygen to give you energy, right? So that is what happened in aerobic respiration, right? We see where glucose and oxygen, right, combines to give you carbon dioxide, water, and energy. But pay attention to energy because that's how aerobic respiration works. Glucose and oxygen combine to give energy, and carbon dioxide and water also provided are produced. But the main thing for the body is energy. So that means for aerobic respiration, you will need oxygen. So if you're exercising and you are doing, let's say you're running 100 meter, right? You run out of oxygen, right? The body can't take in the right amount of oxygen to provide energy. So therefore, you are in what you call oxygen debt. That's oxygen debt, like in debt. Oxygen debt, like you're lacking off, right? So you lack oxygen. So when there's no oxygen and not enough oxygen, right, your body will revert to anaerobic respiration, where it use glucose alone because it lack energy, because it lack oxygen. So it use glucose alone, and it use enzyme in the cytoplasm and not in the mitochondria. Enzymes in the cytoplasm, and a byproduct would be ethanol, carbon dioxide, and energy. However, this is bad because it produces lactic acid, right? And then lactic acid would cause you to feel pain when you're running. So, case that clear up your question, case. Is that clear? Anybody don't understand? It's also used in making bread. So all good. Oxygen depth is when you lack oxygen. So if you're running and you're running for 5 minutes, when you reach 5 minutes, you start breathe harder. You start you start breathe in and out harder because you try to get oxygen in your body. right? So by getting the oxygen in your body will try to get it in, but it not get in fast enough to provide that energy you need to run. So therefore your body switch to anaerobic respiration. All right, so next question. So this diagram, I'm gonna zoom out. So this diagram shows that it's a diagram for carbon cycle. All right. So based on this diagram, what's occurring in X? What's occurring at X? X. One person photosynthesis. Photosynthesis going once. Photosynthesis going again. It's another one for photosynthesis. Why Danica go on so? We just reach a X. Why you are going so? No, Danica go on so. We don't understand Danica. We don't understand how Katia go on so. Jaja. What's why? Yes. X is photosynthesis. What's why? Why? Respiration. Yes. 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 And what is Z? Combustion. Okay. Our all clear on that. Everybody seem excited for that one. Danica just decided she just kill everybody and just go ahead and just damn everybody. All right, Danica, big up. All right, moving on. Name one organism which causes decomposition. Let me give you back some zoom. Decomposition. Bacteria, yes, bacteria. Good. Just bacteria alone. But I don't know nothing else. Yeah, we take fungus, nice. Fungi, yes. Yes, fungi. Yes, man, fungi. Yes. All right, next. Residents in a village clear land for agriculture by burning away trees, shrubs, and grass. All right. Discuss how this practice could contribute to global warming. What's Chrissy with the big words? The truth of wars. Oi! Yes, they are the truth of wars. So the truth of wars is another name for decomposers. They are classed as the truth of wars. So let's move on, guys. See, discuss how this practice. You burn away trees, shrubs, and grass. How this contribute to global warming? How it depletes the ozone layer when I reach to say it? It increases greenhouse effect that cause global how release of global greenhouse gases and what that do? Still not get them. Trees, make them piece of piece. Burning trees can release carbon from plant material in the atmosphere. Okay, that's peace. Let's group a proper answer together. How about that? Let's group three sentences together because may I get them piece of piece. Let's group three sentences together. Give me what you give me tomorrow in a proper three sentence. No, not air pollution. No. No, man, you type in the chat, man. You see, practice some now. Oh, give me a proper answer. I know I'm gonna say a proper answer. I'm just say some piece of answer fly. I'm gonna ask a proper answer. 4 marks. Right. So here's one. The practice of burning trees, shrubs, and grass would release carbon fumes, which would go to the Earth's atmosphere, which the ozone layer blocks for exiting further, leading up to. All right, that's not a bad answer. That's not a bad answer. All right. So here's the answer that I would like to see. I would like to see that it's a double emission of carbon dioxide. Remember, it's a double emission. That's why you have to read the question and analyze it properly. It's a double emission. So, one, remember that carbon dioxide are, remember that trees, right, basically suck up the carbon dioxide from the air, right? So, remember that trees basically keep the carbon dioxide in balance because it actually take it in. So if you cut down the trees, it's gonna emit all of the carbon dioxide from the tree, right? And then the combustion of the tree is gonna emit more carbon dioxide. So it's gonna be a carbon dioxide emitting at an immense level. So burning trees release carbon dioxide, and the burning also releases carbon dioxide. So our answer would be that burning trees contribute to global warming primarily through the release of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas into the atmosphere. The organic matter in trees undergo combustion, also releasing carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases such as methane, nitrous oxide into the atmosphere. No, we don't need trees to put more. Yes, we need trees. Yes, 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 yes. That's a good answer. We need trees also to put oxygen in the environment, but we're not asked about that. That's one different part, right? We are talking about global warming, right? Global warming is pretty simple. Global warming is when you emit greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Too much of it will cause, the earth to get hot, and then it would change the balance of nature. So global warming, Chrissy, is not that bad. Global warming, that's basically what it is. So global warming is when you emit too much carbon dioxide in the air, right? And it form a blanket around the earth. So remember that the sun emit radiation, right? And then the sun, that radiation that emits supposed to come to earth and then bounce back into the atmosphere, right? So it'll come to earth and bounce back in the atmosphere. What global warming does is that with the emission of too much carbon dioxide, it is going to form a blanket around the earth. So it trap the heat of the sun so it can't go nowhere. Right? It's very simple. All it is that CO2, methane, them trap the sun, trap the radiation, that the radiation can go back into the atmosphere. So basically, it affects everything. It affects the climate because remember that some plants grow well in a certain type of environment. Then if you place at 24/7, it's gonna change the environment, right? Then it's gonna change climate. Tourists come here for heat, right? Then and when it for a right amount of temperature, then come here for heat and then the sea breeze. If that change, that means say oh the place I got just as hot as America. Why would they bother come? So It's pretty simple. With an eclipse only only happen once every blue moon. So eclipse wouldn't happen long enough to affect global warming. So that's what global warming is. So the question, burning emit carbon dioxide. Trees, cutting down trees also emit carbon dioxide. Too much of that could contribute to global warming. All right. Next question. So everybody good on that? Chrissy, I overthink. You are well overthink. All global warming is too much carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane in the air traps the heat and change the climate of the environment. That's it. It's nothing hard. So you basically overthink. Just keep it that simple. Keep it that simple, and then you say, how would the climate changing affect the country or the environment? You have corals changing them color. You have sea level rising depending upon how much rainfall. Just those effects. If the time hot, all of the glaciers are gonna melt, and then the sea, the ocean, them are gonna have more water. That is common sense, guys. It's nothing to overthink about. Do not go in the exam and overthink. Overthink will be the death of you. All right. Moving on. Explain one way in which global warming could impact Caribbean territories. Pretty simple. You notice how me chill? Because it's simple. So you're supposed to chill as well. One way is in which global warming, reduction of crops. How? You have to be more specific. Well, I did. Rising of sea. Well, you don't have to say made island smaller. You won't have to say that. Rising of the sea is enough. Island smaller wouldn't be a reason. You would want to probably say that the rising of the sea could affect the smaller islands, and they would probably be tsunami. Right, so you wouldn't say island smaller. You don't want to fix up that, make it a little bit more sauce. No, you wouldn't say island sink because of ice cap, because it's in the Caribbean. So there's no ice in the Caribbean. Remember, it's the Caribbean territories. So you have to use the context. You have to think. You can't give away those simple marks. So it's the rising of the sea level, right? Temperature rising, tropical zone to cause drought. Good answer. Yafi, that is a good answer. Now you explain the answer beautifully, right? So that says that due to the rising of temperature and the Caribbean is already a tropical zone, it would cause drought on the Caribbean territories that use agriculture. Excellent. That's an excellent answer. That is what I want. Yeah, use the Caribbean context. Beautiful. That's a good answer. So you wouldn't want, Danica, you wouldn't want to say about ice cap. There's no ice in the Caribbean. What you want to say is that the rising of the temperature, right, would make more diseases. It would be a health concern. Because remember that the diseases love humidity, and with more heat, there's more humidity, right? So therefore, you have things like Zika, chikungunya, more mosquito to transmit disease. You know, mosquito transmit a whole heap of diseases, right? So therefore, more diseases, and that could have a negative impact again on the health sector. So you see how one little baby thing can answer every question. The health sector come about 18 times already. Just common sense. All right? Nothing to overthink. Just common sense. So then we have bleaching of the corals. Because your corals could bleach, meaning that the color they will lose color, and the color would be beautiful. Remember, color would then affect the Caribbean in what? Tourism. Because tourists come here to look on the nice corals, and then when the time too hot, it bleach the corals. The corals then basically don't have any color, so therefore them lose money through tourist attraction. Yes, coral bleaches because of the high temperature. And if the coral die with the fish, yes. Those things. And then you can incorporate it in the Caribbean. Remember, Caribbean is a large fishing industry. So therefore it will come back to affect the farmers. The one them deal with fishermen, the one them sell fish. Right? So yeah, just think about it, guys, in a logical manner, you'll be fine. So just three ways in which carbon emission could be reduced. How can carbon emission be reduced? Carpooling, yes. So instead of three people in a family, three them own a car, carpooling, right? Banning deforestation, right? Banning industry, yes. Electric cars, yes. Solar energy, nice, nice. Yes. And work from home using technology, right? Most of the times you are homeschooling, because most of the time you don't need to go to school physically to learn, like what we are doing now. Imagine 51 of us would have to meet. Then there'll be more emission. Yes, you use technology, right, Taji? I want to say use public transportation because it still emit, it still would lead up to um, carbon emission. So you want to say things like electric cars, work from home, carpooling, reduce fossil fuels. So you remember the three R's in human and social biology? Yeah, you want to do all of that. So moving on to the next one, because that is pretty simple. Everybody fear this question. This is all of your nightmares. We are in genetics, but it's pretty simple. So we are seeing four diagrams A, B, C, and D, right? Um, First one says to define mitosis. Mitosis is the division of cells. Yeah, you get probably 1 mark for that. How much mark this? It's like 2 marks. You get 1 mark for that. Mitosis cell division results in two identical data cells. The process by which cell produces two identical data cells of 46 chromosome. Yes. No, sir. Division of cell in a gamete. No, sir. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So it's a process of getting two identical data sets. Anything we talk about gamete is meiosis, sorry. Anything we talk about gamete is meiosis. So that's a big difference between mitosis and meiosis. Meiosis has to do with sexual reproduction. Mitosis has to do with asexual reproduction, one parent. So mitosis is basically the reproduction of body cells, right? Body cells. So your skin dies after a certain time period. It is then replaced by other replication of other skin cells. That is mitosis. Right? The blood cell, the red blood cell dies every 3 to 4 months or 120 days. Right? Then mitosis is how it comes back. Right? It's replicated back using a haploid number, which is 2n. Haploid means 46 number of chromosome. So for the people that's confused, I'll run. There is a video on it, but I'll run through it quickly for the persons who are afraid of mitosis and meiosis. So here we are. So mitosis, as I said, guys, if you have this book, you are good to go. Mitosis is a type of cell division, right? That results in the formation of two daughter cells, each with the same number and kind of chromosome as the parent cell. So it's identical, right, to the parent cell. Mitosis occurs in all body, and another name for body is somatic cells. In all body and somatic cells, except for gametes, because gametes is meiosis. I remember that mitosis is a haploid number or 2n. Haploid, let me say haploid, sorry. My bad. My apologies. Diploid. My apologies. Diploid. Haploid is half. So haploid will be meiosis. My bad. I must apologize. So mitosis is diploid, meaning it is 46 chromosome, and meiosis is haploid, which is half, which is 23. So that's very important. Mitosis, two identical daughter cells, occurs in all body cells or somatic cells except for gametes. Then now we see the formation, right? We see the formation, right? And now we're talking about how it actually occurs. So first, we have the regular cell. This is a cell that is not, this cell is not replicating, right? This cell is not replicating, all right? So because the cell is not replicating, right? The chromosomes are called chromatin, right? Then we have the centrioles here, nuclear membrane here, and the chromatid threads composed of DNA here. Then here we see the chromosomes are shortened, thicken, and duplicate themselves and become more visible. Each consists of two identical chromatids joined at the centromere, and we see the centromere here, right? And then we see the the spindle fiber forming here between the centromeres here. All right. Then now we see where the nuclear membrane disintegrates, meaning that it disappears, and a spindle forms between the centriole. And we see the spindle going here, forming between the centriole, and the chromatid pairs line up at the equator. And equator means middle. Then we see the centromere split, and we can see them split, and pull the chromatids by their centromere to the opposite pole of the cell. And we can see where the chromatids are separating. Then now we see the chromatids reach the opposite pole and are now called chromosome. The spindle fiber disintegrates, as you can see, it's disappearing, and the cell constrict, see it constrict there at the equator. And then two identical daughter cells are formed. Simple stuff. All right? Simple stuff. And if you want more, I want to read that again, I'll send the book, but it's way more easier on the video that's on the page. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe and go get the one. The video, yeah, the video is there. It's up, it's there with all of the graphics. Phase is phases when it moves from one point to another point. So if you look at it, phase, this is interphase. Well, this is what we would call interphase to some extent. Prophase is a next phase, right? Then we have anaphase, metaphase, and telophase. Well, telophase would be somewhere here. So phase is a different stages. Each different things is a different phase. But this book doesn't really have the phases as how they should be. This more focus on the events in CXC. Not really focus on phases anymore, but they do ask it from time to time. So again, this book, why the phases were mixed up is because the current books don't really have it in the correct. If you know biology in depth, you will know that that's not really what anaphase is. That's not really what metaphases are. So, for example, in the last phases, in the last instance here, it's not really, but I don't really want to confuse you. So you just learn like that. So IP mat is where you go for your phases. All right, so based on that diagram, mitosis, two identical daughter cells. Now identify the stage in which is telophase. Now, which one of these now is telophase? Well, B for telophase. Any other answer? Why is B telophase? D, D, B. Why is B telophase? I'm seeing a lot of B. Why is B telophase? Them tearing a two. Jano Jashi, the raw Jamaican accent. Them tear in a two. Jashi them say tear. Them tear. Let's say split. Let's use the word split. Okay? Yes, they are moving apart. So that is it. It wouldn't be D because D is when the spindle fiber is forming between the centromere, right? So next, state the type of reproduction in which mitosis takes place. Yes, asexual. K says what is C? C is in the middle, so C will do metaphase. So C will be in the middle. So middle is metaphase. Because see if you look back at the textbook, you'll see where it's in the middle right here. Remember, guys, the phases aren't correctly identified in the textbook. So if you really know the phases in depth, you'll see that they are mixed up in some sense. So you just use a simpler version of it. All right. Next. Yes, asexual reproduction is right. Moving on. State two features of the process of mitosis. So two features of the process of mitosis. All right, so two identical daughter cells. Yes. Diploid, yes. What does segregation mean, Danica Garden? No segregation. What does that mean? Because me don't, so me don't know what that means. Please explain what segregation means. Yes, case. That me want to know too. What segregation mean? Because me not have no sense, So me want to wait on segregation. Please to, if you're here and you don't like the live, please to go and like the live. Mr. 57 and Mr. 23 likes. If you're here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay. But me still not get what segregation mean. Okay, Tajay, that's fair. Me still a weapon segregation. And me still a weapon the video if you like. You know, me I go end the live. I go end the live because when I understand how it hard for to give a little like them. So I may get my rice and peas. When I understand, may I come go eat my rice and peas because I not see no I see no like a go on. I see. I see no not go on. I see nobody I like. I see nobody I subscribe. I just say people just come for free in this and gone and now left the subscription or nothing. So no, me alright for go down. Me nah no problem for go down. I go in bed go sleep. Yeah, I go sleep. My fan there blow. Feel sleepy. Yeah, man, I feel sleepy. You know how much people there argue a free class? You know I say I hope people not argue a free class. You know, nobody not arguing a free class, you know. Everybody have to pay some money. Yeah, man, I feel sleepy, man. Cause them not give me the energy. Me not see. Me feel energy when me see subscription I go up and me see the live I go up. Me feel appreciated. Nah, I feel appreciated. Nah, I feel like I'm just here giving up my Sunday dinner for no reason. I like it. Oh, who may help us biology? No, me still a wait pan this segregation. Danica drop big word and Leffy. Chrissy, who may help us bio? I work for people in a bio line is active. The bio people them way more active than the human and social bio people them. Alright, you hear the fan though? Alright, the fan active. Danica gone. Anyway, segregation is correct, but me not like when you come and me not like when me come and you use the big word them and you don't know what they mean because when it comes down to explaining and it comes down to using what you know, to figure out you don't know, it beat you. So there's no segregation. What that mean? So me like when the pairs gone separate in the reproductive cell, okay. So they must accurately segregate into two daughter cells. So during mitosis, replicated chromosomes segregate such that each daughter cell receives one copy. So what the segregation means is that let's go back here and let's go back here. It says that segregation is when one, so you see when it pulls here, it segregates. So when it lift up here, so this is actually it's segregating. So segregating means parting. So that each one of the data cell would have each one of these copies. So if you look here, so it's supposed to say two blue and two red, and two blue and two red because them segregate from each other. So segregate, you wouldn't put no segregation because there is segregation here in mitosis. So you would want to put that ends in a diploid number, right? Which is 46. There is no genetic crossover. That I didn't hear nobody say that. There's no genetic crossover. right? Do you know what I mean by no genetic crossover? So no genetic crossover, that's for meiosis. So no genetic crossover means that there is no information and there is no genetic information exchanged. It is exactly 46. So genetic exchange happens in meiosis. So for example, genes from your mother and genes from your father are exchanged. So that's why you have some features of your father and some features of your mother. So you have genetic variation. Right? So let me say that again. In meiosis, you get genes from your father, which is 23 set of chromosome, genes from your mother, which is also 23 set of chromosome, and there is genetic crossover. So that means if your mother have dimples, you get dimples, and you get your father. If your father black hair, you get your father black hair. So you will not look like your mother entirely, and look like your father entirely, but you have each of them characteristics. I have each of them traits. For mitosis, you have either you look like exactly like your mother because the exact copy. There's no genetic crossover. Is that clear? Tajay, is that clear now, sir? That clear? That clear? Not clear? Yeah, man, you catch it, man. It's on the channel. Just hear me say, no? All the people who say, may help them pass by you. I want to get recommendation to come here, so just do what myself to do, and you will be fine. Video them there, just sit back and watch the video them, and you're Gucci. Taji. Alright? But if you understand what I say no, you understand better when I pre the video them. Alright? Another feature is that the cell division occurs in the nucleus. Alright? So there are three features right away. Diploid number 2n, no genetic crossover, and occurs in the nucleus. Next. And then another diagram. So you're gonna get diagrams, guys. So that's what I meant when I said that 50% of the test is going to be common sense. So figure 4 shows a comparison of the contraceptive method used and the number of pregnancies in women between 15 and 40 years. Right? So you can take a picture of that. All right. Then now, let's identify the contraceptive method which result in the least number of pregnancy and explain why this method is most effective. So based on the diagram, which one of these is least? Which one of these result in the least number of pregnancy? So which one of them is the most effective? And explain why this method is most effective. All right. So what do you guys say? Sterilization, Josh say pill. Pill. Okay. Some say pill. Sterilization and pill. Let's look at the diagram closely, guys. For those who say pill, withdrawal is the most effective. So identify the contraceptive method which result in the least number of pregnancy. The least number. The least number. You can't give them points. I read graph. You're reading a graph, guys. You're analyzing data. Data is in front of you. Which of them would be the least number of pregnancy? See that the key is saying number of women, number of pregnancy. Which of them is the least number of pregnancy? R says sterilization. It has none. Some people still have say pill, sterilization, hence sterilization. Read your diagrams carefully. Don't just go and answer. Read your diagrams carefully. Read it carefully. Sterilization is the answer because you can see there's none. You can see for pill that they are still pregnant women. Read your diagrams carefully. This is how you dash free marks. And then you worry yourself about, hey, Lord God, the test was hard. Lord God, me can't remember nothing. But half of the test is not about studying. Half of it is about just analyzing the data. Just sit down and interpret the data. Don't rush it. Just read the data. So sterilization, because there's none there. Why is it most effective? You guys said it, because it ties the fallopian tube. And that results in the sperm not being able to reach the egg. Yes, it's either. What is the process of tying the fallopian tube called? You are studying Tajay because studying helps you to answer the question. Just like the question I'm asking right now. What is the name for the tying of the fallopian tube? Tubulation. That's good. Vasectomy is the cutting of the male organ. Vasectomy is for the male and tubulation is for the female because it's cutting a tube. It's cutting the fallopian tube. No, I was reading something, my youth. Made I read one answer. Right. So that is why it will be most effective. Next question. Identify the contraceptive method which resulted in the greatest number of pregnancy and explain why this method was least effective. So which of these methods resulted in great pregnancy and explain why this method is least effective? Withdrawal. Withdrawal came. Right? Why is withdrawal least effective? You can't write that on the paper. You can't write, say, yeah, go pull out quick. Chrissy, you can't write that on the paper. Chrissy, Chrissy, you can't write that, Chrissy. Chrissy, you can't write that. Chrissy, Chrissy, you can't write that. Chrissy, you can't write that, my friend. Oh my God. Oh my God. You say, Chrissy, that it's not performed correctly. The procedure is not performed correctly, Chrissy. Quickie, I can't go to the pull out quick enough. Jesus Christ. I want to ban me on the live. YouTube, don't ban me, please. Don't ban me. Right. And then you also have pre-ejaculation. So pre-ejaculation is before ejaculation. So therefore, the procedure is not performed quickly, and you might have sperm that is in the pre-ejaculation, so you can still get pregnant of pre-ejaculation. Those are the two reasons. All right, please, Chrissy. No matter tell them see I learned that here, so. All right. All right. Next, um, state which other contraceptive method in Figure 4 was shown to be as effective as pill. So which one of them was as effective as pill? No, implant. Implant. Great. Excellent. Nice. Next. So just two reasons why the degree of effectiveness for pill as shown in figure 4 is not as high as expected. So state two reasons why the degree effectiveness for pill as shown in figure 4 is not high as expected. So why pill is not as effective as it should be? Because if you have to take it every day at a specific time. So if you miss that time or anything, you're doomed. You can't say doomed. You can say you are eligible to be pregnant. Yes, because they forget to take it. Persons might forget to take it. What else? Anything else? Yes, it might not react with the person hormone. So, for example, it have adverse effect. Adverse effect, right? So hormones affect women in other ways. So, for example, the pill sometimes make them gain weight, right? Side effects, them gain weight, start eat a lot, gain weight, all right? And other ways in which it affects women. So you can just put adverse effect or side effect. So pills contain hormones, and if they aren't stored in the proper temperature, okay, that's a fair point. I get where you're coming from there. Yes. So pills can become effective. Adverse effect or side effect is the same. They're just different words, Daniela. Adverse effect is more stocious and side effect more normal. Same difference. All right, next we have distinguish between pandemic and epidemic. We are this not afraid of? Them I test on afraid of? Them I test soft. Soft. Them test on afraid of pandemic and epidemic. Soft. Basic. Baby stuff. Let's go. Let's go. Pandemic, epidemic, difference. Which one of them global? I mean, I know. Yeah, tell me one is global, one is national. Or me know which one you attack. I don't know what you're talking about, Daniel. You have to be specific, my brother. Pandemic is global. Stop telling me piece and tell me the answer them now in proper sentence, no bad man. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Be a piece answer when I give me. Give me the rice and peas and the chicken, bad man, and stop give me rice, yes, so peas, yes, so. Affecting a region at the same time. Watch it. Man, them say, man, why on the right, so on tough though. On tough with you. Cause me I tell me don't want a basic answer, man, and still that you a basic answer. Oh God. Yeah, man, they tough with you. On tough for real. But just say, me want one two sentence, and the man is still that choose a little piece of answer you. Jesus. Why I tell you, boy. So real, boy. Me away on the first. Yes, sir. Pandemic is like when everybody gets infected in the entire country. What epidemic has to do with people getting infected in the community. All right. Okay. But pandemic now more global. So all they have to say now, Kimaru 7, is that pandemic is when everybody get infected on a global level, right? And the rest of it is fine. So don't say in the entire country, say global level. Yokimaru. Okay. Yokimaru. Right. So just change entire country to global and you're fine. Now me just acknowledge full answer. The difference between pandemic and epidemic is that pandemic means that it's worldwide. Yes. Yes, that is the answer we want. Next is a next table, right? And they're asking you to classify the drug. So they'll give you an example and say cocaine is a stimulant. Now they want to give you a drug that is a sedative drug, and they want to give, they're asking you what type of drug is heroin. So let's go. What give me a sedative drug? Morphine. What is morphine? What that? Sleeping pill. Yes. That's simple. That's simple. The man that put morphine or the lady that put morphine, because I don't know XO her. I'm assuming that's a lady. What is morphine? I see people that put morphine, the thing them using in the hospital. How much thing them using in the hospital? How me even know where I talk about? How much thing them using in the hospital? How me even know where I talk about? So sedative drugs that put you to sleep. Drugs are any drugs that sedates you. Sedates you means you're not conscious. So morphine, yes, is one. The morphine that them use for pain relief, for relieve pain. No. No, sedative drugs put you to, well, depends on the Panadol, because you can't say Panadol. If you're saying the night, the drowsy Panadol, then yes, that would be a kind of what a sedative drug is. But it would be more safer to say sleeping pill. or tranquilizer. So sleeping pill and tranquilizer is in your textbook. So I suggest you use that. Sleeping pill, tranquilizer, that's in your textbook. So stick with that. What type of drug is a heroin? What type of drug is heroin? Bad drug. No, sir. Heroin is a depressant. Depressant drugs. Depressant drugs. Depressant. When I use them big word, them no, them mean clean. Danica, what that mean? So heroin is a depressant drug. Depressant drug. So depressant means that it reduces arousal and stimulation. So you're not aware of your environment, like alcohol. So alcohol, when you drink alcohol and you get drunk, you're not aware of your environment. You don't feel much. So you can just lie down on the cold concrete and you don't feel like all that. You don't feel that. That's why you see you see people drink. They're on the roadside, them just a sit down. Them not really feel anything. Depressant. So alcohol is a depressant, heroin is a depressant. Um, a stimulant. A stimulant is what you feel. So a stimuli is what you feel whether time hot or whether time cold. Whether you feel a needle juke you, that's a stimulant. Right? That's what a stimulant is. So when you smoke weed, you don't feel certain things. You don't feel, let's say you want naked. Okay, you don't feel that the time is cold. Yeah, it's a depressant. It suppresses the part of your brain that acknowledge a stimuli. So yes, high feeling. Yes, like you feel high. So it's a depressant. So heroin is a depressant, a sedative drug is tranquilizer or sleeping pill. Next, we have another graph. You say about 3 graphs we gone so far. And I this one afraid of. So it shows observing smoking of cigarette and practices of vaping among secondary school students in a certain country. Right? So of course, take a picture as per usual. Right? And let's go. So it says state one healthy trend and one unhealthy trend that can be observed in figure 5. So one healthy trend and one unhealthy trend in figure 5. So the number of students using cigarette has decreased. Yes, and what is the that is the healthy trend? What is the unhealthy? Bloop, where you gone so far? Just read the diagram, Bloop. You're gone far. Just read the diagram. Don't overtake. And unhealthy is that vaping has increased. Yes. Yes. So Bloop, where you got an addiction, Bloop? You see you beat yourself, Bloop, because the diagram is in front of you, Bloop. So why would you go and say that, Bloop? You understand? So that is a classic example of you guys shutting yourself in your foot. Right? So don't overthink. It's simple. Just read and put back what you see. Read, put back what you see. No problem, Bloop. It's rather you make the mistake now than make it tomorrow. All right? So make the mistakes now and rectify it for tomorrow. All right? So, yes. Next one says, let me get back that here. Next one says, nicotine impairs the brain development, resulting in a lack of focus and poor judgment. Explain one social impact and one economical impact that could result from unhealthy trend observed in figure 5. So again, guys, we see where unhealthy, we see where economic and social is coming back, right? We see that. So that's what we were saying, guys, that you need to be aware of the economical impact and your social impact of diseases, right? Meds them. That definitely I go forward. Yes, Akira, that's correct. So for this one now, nicotine, one negative economic impact. Like if the person becomes addicted to nicotine, they would spend significant portion of their income on cigarettes and vape. Okay. Social impact decrease in academic. How? How would it be? Social impact would be that people would not want to be associated with nicotine addict. Uh, oh, but how would you know really? Stigma discrimination. The nicotine? No, sir. I think people who smoke really have stigma and discrimination like that. We like the addictive one for social impact. It's addictive. One economic impact could be that due to the effect of nicotine, there will be a low employment rate due to lack of focus. Okay, I like that. Okay, I like that. That was phrased nicely. Economic is that government would have to use up a lot of money to help the population suffering from addiction. Okay, but why though? For social, they would be separated from their peers and low chance of getting jobs. Why would they be separating from their peers though? Economically, the government will have to fund health cares for resources of physical therapy. Okay. But why would they separate from their peers? So for social, I'm more like the addictive. It's addictive. So economic, there would be due to impact of nicotine and getting. Okay, that's nice, Blue. Productivity of the country is low. People cannot further work effectively. Okay, that's nice. So for social, we want to put it's a gateway drug. You know what I mean by gateway drug? You know what I mean by gateway drug? It's a gateway drug. So Yes. Okay, that's nice. Yafi. That's how you pronounce your name. Yeah, your username. Yes. So, and it's a gateway drug, guys. It leads to you using other drugs. So, gateway drug means that it leads you to using other type of drug. All right. So yes, it's a gateway drug. Nicotine is addictive. That's a social and economy. Remember, smoking also has chronic effect. Right? Remember, smoking has chronic effect. Right? And that will be lung cancer. Right? And more money will be spent on health care. Economic impact, employment rate will be low due to effect of nicotine. And yes, therefore, yes, yes, that's good. Ria. No, that's fine, Yafi. It's fine as long as they know that you are what I'm talking about. You is you I'm addressing. It's fine. Um. So yes. So remember, guys, social. It's a addictive drug and it's a gateway drug. It leads to other use of other drugs and economy because smoking can create a lot of disease like lung cancer affecting the alveoli, mucus in the arteries prevent cause lead to blood pressure. So yes, all of those things would have an adverse effect on the healthcare. Moving on. Studies have shown that vaping leads to an increased number of bacteria on the teeth, suggests the dental problem that persons who vape are most likely to develop. And explain your answer. So if you smoke, how will that affect your teeth? So tooth decay because bacteria secreting acid or enzyme on the tooth enamel, especially for a person who don't brush them. Yeah, all right. May I assume say I'll fix that up. Yeah, tooth decay is one. Plaque, yes, plaque is one. Bad breath, Taji. Bad breath. Jesus. You can't carry Jamaicans go nowhere at all. Bad breath, Taji. Jesus. Okay, due to the vaping, consisting of various fumes, it will cause teeth to decay if persons don't have good dental care. Great. What else? So we talk about yellowing of the teeth, discoloration, right? So it's just 3 marks. So if you put all of those things together, should be fine. Or you reach a lung cancer with the teeth. Teeth, Chrissy, teeth. Teeth. Stay two negative health effects that could result from the practice of vaping. So other from teeth, give us two other ones that could result from vaping. Tar, yes, tar is good. Discoloration, so lung infection, yes. Addiction, lung cancer. You have two negative health effects. Okay, we can take that. Infertility of popcorn lung. What is that? What is a popcorn lung? Listen. Listen, when alright, you're not quite fine. For heart disease, oh man, yo, listen, when I use pop once a popcorn long. This nigga, this brother I go to exam tomorrow and say popcorn. Listen, no sir. Yo, bro. So to a negative effect. Joshy's a girl. Oh, me if you know you're a girl, Joshy, the artist named Joshy is a man. Joshy. Oh, you say popcorn, look, Joshy. Jano. So, it's cancer, heart disease, right? Asthma, every other sickness you can think of, guys. Heart disease, cancer, asthma, infertility. Because remember, smoking can kill your sperm cells and your gametes, right? So, next question. Describe the following processes: evaporation. Let's go. Simple stuff, guys. Simple, simple, simple stuff. Evaporation. Let's go. Conversion of water to water vapor. Okay. All right. Man, I still remember water cycle. Jaja. Listen, water cycle learned at sixth grade. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We say Christian K. I want to stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, man. There I go answer. Stop it, man. Stop it. Condensation. Water cycle is how the water goes up and down in a cycle. Evaporate, condensation, rainfall. Jesus. What bother with him, man. Condensation, water vapor, cool from clouds, cooling to clouds from atmosphere, clouds. Okay, so water vapor rise and cool and become droplets that form clouds. So you don't go into cloud, it forms cloud. So as condensation is as water vapor rises, it cool and becomes water droplets that forms cloud. So as water vapor rises, it cools and becomes water droplets that forms cloud. You know, go into cloud, it forms cloud. Next, precipitation. Precipitation. So liquid water evaporates into water vapor, condenses to form clouds, and precipitates back. You can't use back the same word, Chrissy. So if you use precipitate, you say falls back or returns back. You know learn that, Chrissy? So once you define a word, you can't use back the same word. So it returns back to earth in the form of rain or snow. Yes. Yes, anything that falls. Yes. Yeah, use the scientific term. Can't use just popcorn love. Because that can, and everybody know that. And let me just say that if the examiner don't know where you talk, where you get chopped. So try to stick to your syllabus as best as possible. Alright? And everybody know that term. Because remember, we are Caribbean, so everybody use different slangs. Next, filtration. Filtration. Water being absorbed into the soil or rocks. When you filter something, what happens? When you filter something, what happens? It's filter. Filtration is a filter something. So it's action of what? Separating solid from a liquid. Remember filtration, you do that every day. When you blend juice, you filter it, you strain it, you filter it. So filtration is the process by which solid particles in a liquid or gaseous fluid are removed by the use of a filter medium. So you just put that in a common sense. Just common sense. All about common sense, the process of separating solid from liquid or solid or gaseous fluid from a medium. Don't say liquid, because only liquid you filter. From a medium. Right. Yeah. So for water cycle, filtration is when the water seeps. So the water seeps down into the ground, right? So the earth would naturally filter the water. So natural soil of the ground filters the leaves and the insect and other debris out of water. So when you water the plant and there's an insect in the plant, does the insect goes into the ground or the earth filter it? When you water a plant and there's an insect in the plant, in the water vase, does the insect go into the soil as well? No. The earth filters it. That's a pretty simple mark. Moving on. So this is a scenario. So Lana lives in a village near to an airport. Although each house in the village has its own septic tank, water from pipes and washing machine flow freely into the gutter of the roads. After heavy rain, the water by the beach near to the village become cloudy. Right? The sanitation service collects garbage once every 3 weeks. Which results in the accumulation of large piles of garbage bags between collection dates. Define pollution. JJ, the answer look kind of Googlish. The answer look Googlish, JJ. Pollution refers to the contamination of the environment due to improper disposal of materials by humans. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else is something for pollution? Harmful toxins or substances that are released into the air that's harmful to organism, unwanted. Okay. So yes, you got the point, guys. So pollution refers to the presence or introduction of harmful or undesirable substances into the environment, which can have a detrimental effect on the ecosystem, human health, and well-being of living organisms. Beautiful. There's three ways, or there's three types of pollution that Lana Village experiences, and state one likely impact of each type of pollution. So three type of pollution Lana Village experience, and state one likely impact of each type of pollution. So based on the scenario, water pollution, yes. What's the impact of water pollution? Land pollution, okay. What's the impact of land pollution and water pollution? Flooding, yes, flooding for water pollution. What's the impact of land pollution? What's the impact of land pollution? Health, yes. How health? Air pollution cause, yes. What type of air pollution though? Wouldn't it be health? That allow it, well, noise pollution, yes, because it's near a factory. Yes, guys. So you just look on the thing. Yes, the nouns of the airplane. Sorry, it's an airplane. Yes. Noise of the airplanes. Nice, 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 nice. Good. So it would be water pollution, flooding, land pollution. You read vectors. I use a term, guys. Vectors, vectors. Right? Vector would be anything that carries a disease, so like rats and mosquitoes. Noise pollution, air pollution, because the plane they got exhaust, right? And that what how air pollution affect the environment. Air pollution, stench. How air pollution affect the environment. Remember, we have respiratory problems. All right, respiratory problem. All right, beautiful. Let's move on. Da, 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 da. So you get all the space to write that. So there's three ways in which the residents in Lana Village could reduce the negative impacts of pollution. So could they reduce the negative impact of pollution? Using compost boxes, okay. Community members could come tight and clean up the area. Okay, okay, yes, we take that. Okay. All right, that's fair. Wear earplugs when they are about to go to bed. Okay. Recycle. That's nice. Yes. Or they can, for water pollution, them can store them garbage properly. Right. So you have wastewater plant. You could use have a wastewater treatment plant. Right. And wastewater treatment plant would reuse the waste, treat it so it can be reused. So See a wastewater treatment plant, riverbed drenching to clean up the river. Yes. So all of these pretty simple. Let's move. The brain. Ay. The brain. Remember to know all your systems diagrams. Labeling of your system diagrams is very important. So, your brain. Which part of your brain is A and which part is B? And the function of both. Where is A and where is B? A is pineal gland. A is hypothalamus. A is hypothalamus, cerebrain blank. Say a brain blank pan brain. Hey, listen guys, your textbook is very important. You can't go on exam and you don't master your textbook. Your textbook is there to be mastered. So you have to master your textbook, guys. Your textbook. Your textbook. Look what I'm referring to. It's your textbook. All right. So you have to master your textbook. Everything is in your textbook. Well, majority of your things are in your textbook. So all of these diagrams that are shown, you need to master your textbook. You can see it's right there. So it's in your textbook, cerebellum, and this is your hypothalamus right here. Your pituitary gland is under your hypothalamus. And your stem right here is the medulla oblongata, right? And this disc like here is your cerebellum. And then the function of each is right here. Cerebellum controls conscious thought, problem solving, decision making, planning, and emotion. Responsible for intelligence, memory, learning, speech, and language. Cerebellum controls balance and posture, coordinates movement. Medulla oblongata controls automatic involuntary actions such as heart rate, breathing rate, blood pressure, peristalsis, and the hypothalamus regulates body temperature, regulates the concentration of body fluids by controlling the release of ADH by the pituitary gland. And the pituitary gland secretes hormones. Very important, guys. Very important. The textbook, I have the textbook, so I'll send it to you in the group as soon as we're finished. So it's all there, guys. Ensure that you know all your diagrams, guys. All your diagrams. Ensure you know them. Yeah, every single diagram that's in the book, make sure you know it. So back to this, you can see that it's there. So what is A? For those who are not in the group, I will send the link again and you just jump on as soon as that link is sent. So, A and B. So tell me what's A and what's B because I didn't see any answer because most people never give me one. So based on what you just see. What's A, what's B? So B is cerebellum. What's the function of the cerebellum? How we get pituitary gland for A? This would have been the pituitary gland. This would have been the pituitary gland here, so. See? Pituitary gland is hang off right here, so. And the hypothalamus is above it. So we see the pituitary gland is here and it's above it. So know your diagrams, guys. Know your diagrams. What you guys say the functions are now? The functions. The functions of your hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is for cerebellum of balance. Hypothalamus is for temperature control. So cerebellum make you stand up straight, posture for movement. Hypothalamus control body temperature and control water concentration. All right, so here's the group chat. Of course, make the sacrifice and beat the book. Next, state one example of spinal reflex action and one example of cranial reflex action. One example of spinal reflex action and one example of cranial reflex action. So cranial is anything that's the head. So blinking is one. What else? Okay, spinal is anything that has to do with their body. All right, so hand jerk from a hot stove. Anything else? Knee flex. So it's reflex action. So yeah, yes. So cranial will be blinking. And what else apart from blinking? Who says smiling? You and say I want to beat you. Reflex action, just reflex and smile and reflex and eat. Reflex action is something you don't have control over. So you don't have control over eating. You don't have control over pupil size. Pupil size changing. Your pupil reflex. Right? You have control over eating. You have control over smiling. So remember, reflex action is something that you don't have control over. Blue, we don't not gonna read that. Because we're not sure where you're at about. No, because coughing is a result of something. Yeah, either you choke or something. But blinking, you do it without knowing. Pupil size change without knowing. So it would be blinking, pupil size change, and spinal reflex withdrawal of the hand, knee jerk. If we look at your book, right, you can see them. It's in reflex. It's a spinal reflex. and you'll see all of them there. So spinal, it classifies cranial reflex and spinal reflex. Cranial reflex impulses pass through cranial nerve and the brain. So pupil reflex, blinking. Well, let's say sneezing and coughing is one. So I guess you can take that. And saliva production. So all who are saying coughing and sneezing, they will take that. So work with the ones that are in your text. All right. Then you have spinal reflex, and those are when the finger is pricked, right, etc. Knee jerk reflex, etc. So those are the examples. Next, think we're at the last lap for this paper. Identify the neurotransmitter that is associated with the processing C1. Oh, sorry. Oh, I skip one. Okay. So Frank awoke from 3-month coma and must now learn to walk again. Explain the process that must occur in his nervous system that enable him to take a step. So in a coma for 3 months, and you wake up, must learn to walk again. How will his nervous system enable him to take the first step? So what's the first thing you need to do for walk? Nope. This said crawl. Jeez and peace. The first thing you need to do for walk is to see. You know, must see where you go. You must be able to see where you go in order to walk. Yes, I saw Davis. I saw. You need to see. If I shut your eye, will you see? No. You can't see. Blind people walk by using a crane to touch what is in front of them to feel, not see. And that have to do that, and blind people have to take a long time before them can accustom to that. So the first thing, but remember guys, we are talking about this context. We say Frank awoke from a 3-month coma. Him wake up from a 3-month coma and he must learn to walk again. Context. Say him wake up, so he must able to see. Not quite, Yafi. Not quite. So after him see, right, his eyes now will provide him with coordination. So after you see, you need to find your balance. That's the second step. Balance. Right? Chrissy, that's another thing. You guys, oftentimes, we tell students every year this. Every time you are doing your exam, like you want the marker to assume that we know what you are saying because it's obvious. It's not how markers mark an exam, Chrissy. Exam is marked like we don't know what you are talking about. So by reading your paper, right, we now understand that you will know what you are talking about and we understand what you are talking about. You can't assume that because it's obvious, you are not going to say it. Because I'm sure it was pretty obvious that in the graphs, we know that sterilization was not effective, was very much effective. But we still ask you which one of them is effective because we want to see if you are able to detect that. So you can't say Frank awoke and say, oh yeah, say in the paper saying wake up, say in a must wake up, in a must I see. You won't get any marks for that. You have to state what is there. Say state the obvious. So we know that you understand what you're saying. No, it's a little bit more complicated than that. We are talking about the nervous system. Yafi. So he sees, right? And then it provides him with coordination, right? Sends a message to the brain, right? So him see, and then now, because the eye provides the coordination, right? It sends a message to the brain, right? And then the brain takes it to the motor neuron. Or we don't understand how the nervous system works. So it seems like we don't understand how the nervous system works. Right? So let's look at the nervous system. So the nervous system, for those who need a refresher, this is how the nervous system works. Right? The receptor would be the eyes, and the eyes see. Right? Then the eyes send that message that yes, we are seeing. So it send that message along this nerve, and this is what we call the sensory neuron. This is the receptor. Receptor is the thing that collects a stimuli, right? So your eyes are a receptor because it collects light. Your skin is a receptor because it collects touch and feelings. Your ears is a receptor because it collects sound, right? So the receptor in Frank's case is the eyes. And then Frank now will see, and then this provides him with some sort of coordination. Then the message, well, the floor that someone said that Frank is seeing is passed in the sensory neuron. Whenever nobody has said the word sensory neuron, right? You just attack general, use your terms, right? Pass through the sensory neurons, right? Where it goes along the relay neuron, right? And we can see the synapse here. So remember that nerve cells don't touch. The information jumps across this little space called the synapse, right? And then it goes to the relay neuron, and which goes now to the motor neuron, right? Frank. And then Frank muscle then start to contract, right? And when Frank muscle start to contract, it is the effector. Therefore, this will lead Frank to take his first step. And then this process is repeated for Frank to actually walk again. So you have to use the information you know about your nerves to answer that question. So your question, your answer was a little bit too basic. So when Frank wakes up, him being allowed to see the surroundings, and when his foot touches, no, his foot not touch. All right, so his foot touches. No, man, his foot never touch the ground. Remember, his eyes already sees the ground. All right. So yes, we can say you can say foot touch the ground, but we want to mention the eyes first, because the eyes is the first form of receptor. Right? So when Frank wakes up, he sees his surrounding, provides him with some sort of coordination, right? And then it goes to the motor and will send the signal to the brain. No, man. Yafi, I can't mix it up. Yafi, let's go. Let's go again, Yafi. First, right, you have the receptor, right? And the receptor in this case would be his eyes, Yafi. So Frank's wake up, his eyes provides him with coordination. His eyes. Remember, your eye is a sensory neuron, it's a sensory organ, right? Your eye is a receptor. His eyes are a receptor. It's a sensory organ like the skin, the ears, it's sensory. So the eyes wake up first, provides him with some sort of coordination, sees the ground, sees his surrounding, and his eyes sends that information that Frank wants to walk. Frank is attempting to walk. We see the ground, we see the surroundings. So it sends that message to the sensory neuron, through the sensory neuron, right, down to the relay neuron, which goes to the motor neuron. And remember, the motor neuron is the neuron that takes that information to the muscle that Frank wants to walk, right? And the muscle in this case will be the effector, because the effector is what carries out an action, right? So the sensory sense it and the effector does it. So the motor neuron carries it to the effector, which is the muscle, and then Frank muscle start to contract to the response of the floor and the eyes, the surroundings. So two really. So the eye first, and then they can say Frank touch the ground afterwards. And then he takes his first step. So yes, the receptor allows Frank to see his surrounding, Yafi. They have to incorporate how the nervous system works. Yes, 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 Yafi, yes, yes, yes. That is how it rolls, Yafi. Put that you get good marks. Frank wake, his eyes provide him with coordination, sees the ground, his eyes send information to the sensory neuron, down to relay neuron, then the motor neuron, then effector that starts. Yes, that's a good start to contract his muscles. Yes. Yes. Without receptor, none of his process would have been started. Yes. And over time, Frank will walk again. That question can repeat in so many ways. It can repeat, let's say that Yafi saw a lion coming. How Yafi would interpret that. So Yafi sees the lion, then the message passed down the sensory neuron, down to the relay neuron, to the motor neuron, which carries the muscle to the legs to contract, to prompt Yafi to run. That question can be put in so many ways. Hearing, seeing, feeling. Any way you want to put it, you can. All right. Next, The next part now are the hardest part. I think this is the hardest question on the paper, right? So identify the neurotransmitter that is associated with the process in C1 and describe how the signal will move from one neuron to another. Now that question is very hard. I don't expect any one of you to know this question. Even if you had studied 100%, you would have been blasted by this question. That this question is a very in-depth question. So yes, Ria, it's question like this comes, you explain how the nervous system work. Yes. You're asking how it works without asking him. So the neurotransmitter, right? What is a neurotransmitter? A neurotransmitter, right? Anybody know? Neurotransmitters. Let's go back to the diagram. So neurotransmitter basically allows neurons to communicate. So it's at here, at the end here, near the synapse where neurotransmitters are. So the neurotransmitter basically help the message to jump across the synapse. So it's a chemical. There are chemicals. There are chemicals for your level. You can work with that. There are chemicals that allow neurons to communicate with each other throughout the body, right? And there are special neurotransmitters for special communication. However, at this level, you're not expected to know that. Well, I thought. That's not thought. So yes, somebody Google it. Acetylcholine is basically the neurotransmitter, right? And basically that neurotransmitter moves to the membrane of the synapse. So it moves to the synapse, right? And cause depolarization in the neuron. Right? It causes depolarization in the neuron, and then the enzyme break down the neurotransmitter leading to repolarization of the membrane. Hence, the impulses move forward. This thing, well, can't answer that question, Charles. But yes, Tajay, I'll take that answer. I'll take that answer. What is depolarization? Ah, I don't know how to explain that in simple terms for you, to be honest. I'll try though. So depolarization is when, how would I say this now? Okay. So neurotransmitter is basically they bind to the receptor, right? We're located on the dendrites. So there are receptors on the dendrites. And if we go back to the text, see that there are receptors on the dendrites. And these are the dendrites, right? And the neurotransmitter molecule bind to the receptors on the dendrites, right? And this allows them to move. This allows them to jump across, right? Because of depolarization. So depolarization is basically opening the bridge so that neurons can pass through. That's the simplest way I can put it. So depolarization is the opening so that the transmitters can jump across the synapse. And polarization is the opposite. So it's actually the opening and closing of the. It's not really that, but that's the best way I can explain so you can understand. And that's this paper. So, yes, guys, sometimes I get questions that rough, but the point is that if you guys did well, you would have just lost probably 5 marks or 10 marks, and that's not bad for a paper too. So, yes. So, how you guys are feeling? You want to do another paper too? I did say until 6. On the brain fast out. Is the next paper too? Or fast out? Hey. Alright, so let's do another paper too. We're going to do another paper that is in the so after we are finished, I'm going to send you the paper with the answer. No, you can watch the 2024 paper. Someone do it online, you can watch that. 2024, you'll be very unlikely to get questions coming from that. CXC now going to be so happy. Yeah. But I think there is a question. There is somebody who do 2024 online. I can send you that link of that one that person did. So we're gonna look at 2023 paper. Um, just to give you another idea of what it's like. So for persons who want the 2024, you can look on that. That's online. Someone did a nice review of it. So yes. All right, then let's jump straight into it because time is against us. Prostate cancer is one of the main cancers that affect the male reproductive system. Name one other cancer that affects the male reproductive system. So again, diseases very, very important. You need to master a disease. So we have testicular cancer. Yes, 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 yes. Penile cancer. Yes. Next is 3 signs or symptoms of prostate cancer. How do you know you have prostate cancer? Pain or blood in your urine. Yes. 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 What else? Pain in your rectum. Where you reach a rectum? Ah, Jaja. Real? That one for you? I don't know of that personally. But if that go on, then sure. I know about pain during urination, blood in your urine, or semen. I know about pain in your back, hip, or pelvis. And I know about painful ejaculation. I don't know because it says prostate. Prostate gland is in the male reproductive system. So I don't know what you're saying with the rectum thingy, but I personally don't know of that one. I don't know about erectile dysfunction. Not sure, but if that isn't, if you can match up that and that, so then fine. Yeah, I just know about the pain in the urine. I know about blood in the urine and semen. I know about pain in the back, the hip, the pelvis that doesn't go away. I know about painful ejaculation. All right, identify 2 risk factor for developing prostate cancer. 2 risk factor. 2 risk factor for developing prostate cancer. All right, so age, family history. What else? Me, JJ. No, you need to go read up, JJ. Don't get my one already. You can't know everything in a JJ. Aren't perfect. Ain't gonna pretend I'm perfect. If me not know me, I tell you, say me not know. Can't tell you one where me know, but if you know another one, then sure. But JJ, you need to go read up. You need to go read. My good. Get me one already. Yes. So, 2 risk factors, you have that genetics is one, right? Smoking, obesity, age, race, all of them are one. Let's move, guys. This one look easy. This one look a bit easy. I have to go straight up. All right, so the response of men in the Caribbean to do a survey about their beliefs concerning the cancer. Again, there's another diagram, another diagram. Using table 1, state 3 reasons why the mortality rates of prostate cancer in the Caribbean high. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Video diagram, let's go. Why is it high? Why is it high? Why is it high? Embarrassment is one. That's there. That's on the table. We'll take that to J. What's another one? So all you're doing basically. No man, no man. You're gone far, guys. You're far. What you're doing, it says using the data from table 1. Using the data from table 1, right? So what you're gonna do, you're gonna add. You're gonna add agree and strongly agree. And you're gonna say that all of these are 3 reasons. See the 3 reasons them there? So you don't need to be going about lack of knowledge and all of those things. Uneducated. When it's 3 reasons are here in the table, guys. Remember I told you before, read your table, right? Don't go and make up something and ignore the information that's in front of you. Very important. So the 3 reasons are here. Prostate cancer, testing for embarrassing. So embarrassing is one. Cannot treat it once it is discovered. That's another one. And only elderly person, the perception is that only elderly person can get it. So those are the 3 reasons why prostate cancer is high. Why JJ is still there urination? We're gone far from that. JJ not. JJ not understand. Oh, JJ gone. JJ, we are talking about the table. Table 1 shows response of men in the Caribbean to do a survey about their beliefs concerning prostate cancer. And this is a result of the table. Right? So these are the answers we are looking for. Okay? These are the 3 reasons. Moving on. At the age of 43, Paul, a husband and father of 3 teenage sons, was diagnosed with late-stage prostate cancer. He was treated for 2 years but eventually died. So just 3 ways in which Paul's early death could have impacted his family. How Paul's early death impacted his family, low income for the family. Yes. What else? Loss of a father figure. Yes, for the 3 sons, yes. I mean genetics, they have no father. I mean they have no, I don't understand that, Charles. Families in mourning, no father figure, wife turns a widow, yes. Yes. Mentally affected. Yeah. I don't like genetics one. Jahim, Charles, I don't like that one. I prefer you said they have lasting father figure. So all the genetics come in now. Explain genetics part. Kind of explain that part for me. Don't really understand genetics part there. Because they would have already had his genetics before he died. So yes. Yes, guys, all that except the genetics one is fine. I like those. Moving on, recommend 3-stage strategies that the government can utilize to help Caribbean men overcome their fears and misbeliefs about prostate cancer. So, how can they help? JJ, and if you speed up your life, it's true. JJ, if you speed up your life, I swear. Yes, so promote it. Yes, educate. Always education and public awareness. How about free healthcare? Yes, free. Yes. Yes, we can make it mandatory. Yes. Yes. Advertisement. Yes. Likes, likes, likes. Let's move on, guys. Anything is simple. Let's move. Again, process of meiosis and mitosis. So you know that video is a must. Um, from figure 1, state 1 similarity between mitosis and meiosis. So one similarity between mitosis and meiosis based on that diagram. Chrissy, I tried chop. What a chop. That is a chop. Why? What a chop. That's a chop answer. It bang us out. I'm a banging one, Mark. Oh, man. Yes, cell division takes place in the nucleus. They have the same number of chromosomes. You sure? At the beginning. Let's talk about that. At the beginning, they have the same number of chromosomes. Okay? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We'll take that. Both of them start in a diploid state, yes. Moving on. Next, we move on to from figure 1. So we'll try to run through this fast so we can do another paper. Figure 1, outline one difference between meiosis and mitosis. One difference. One difference. One difference. Meiosis, when divided are split into 2 daughter cells, mitosis are 4 daughter cells. Okay. JJ chat slow. JJ chat slow. JJ, me not ignore you. Oh man. JJ think me I ignore. No, guys. Look on the. Okay, one is asexual, one is sex. No, one is used in asexual, one is used in sexual. I've met JJ know that I'm not ignoring. Okay, yes. So one difference. Mitosis ends in a diploid number. Meiosis ends in a haploid number in their data cells respectively. All right. So one of 43, sorry, one of 23, which is meiosis, and one has 46. Now, Chris, you want from figure 1, so you wouldn't want to say 2 phases. Because in figure 1 and 1 phase, they must show. In figure 1, they're showing my meiosis 1 and mitosis from this figure. So we're talking about figure 1. So let's stick to figure 1. Let's based on what we see in figure 1, we can see that meiosis is 23. So I see the 1n, which is half, 23, and mitosis is 46. You see that clear as day. Let's not misconcept the question. Let's read. It says based from figure 1. So you look on figure 1 and look where you get from figure 1. Right? From figure 1, we see that this here, we see that this is 23 and we see that this is 46. We see that extra pair is in mitosis. We see that. We see that. Right? We also see them actually similarity. We could say that they both line up at the equator. Right? So it's from the diagram, from the diagram, from the diagram, from the diagram, all right? From the diagram. So make sure you understand from the diagram. Don't just read piece of the question. From the diagram. All right, next. Figure 2 shows 2 types of cell, A and B, that are found in the human body. Identify the cell in figure 2 from which we produce a result of meiosis. So meiosis No, cell division is correct. Technically, it's correct. I'm just saying you chop me. Yes. Never say you're wrong. Me just say I chop you chop. No, me not add for Chrissy. Me I try make Chrissy add for the exam. Me I try make all of them add for the exam. Add for Chrissy. I try make Chrissy add for the exam. Chrissy supposed to put on the paper tomorrow. The cell B, which is clear because that's a sperm cell. And make sure you know if you label all your cells, your sperm cell, the flagellum. You make the sperm move, the head of the sperm. Right? Make sure we know all of that. No, Chrissy is just interactive. And Chrissy, that's a Christian favorite, you know. JJ is my favorite, okay? JJ is my favorite. JJ is my favorite. JJ is my favorite. Explain why meiosis is important in the production of the cell identified in B. So why is meiosis important? Okay, intro variation. All right. Is something wrong with my shoe screen? I have no idea. No idea. Okay, well, you don't know the paper already. We can't switch it up, you know. Because if you don't know the paper already, it make no sense. There I do one paper we don't know already. If you know the paper already, you can switch it up. So that you want us to switch it up and do something else? If you don't know it already, it make no sense. Okay, well, all right, them say continue, so I'll continue. So the main purpose, so why is it important? It's important because it allows the male and the female to fuse. That's why it's important. So meiosis is important because it has half the chromosome number. That is why it's important. It have half the chromosome number, so it enables it to fuse with another egg cell. That's what J. Furious says. That's the answer we would want. That would be the answer that's most suitable for here. It's meiosis because he says why it is important. It's important because it allows for fuse fertilization. Because it's half and half make 46. So it's half from the mother, half from the father. So that's why it's important. Fusing. Next. Genetics. So figure 3 shows the image of a homozygous female and a heterozygous male Dalmatian dog who have mated to produce offspring. So this male and this female mated, right? Using the information below, draw a Punnett square, right? Draw a Punnett square to determine the possible genotype of the offspring which will be produced from Dalmatian parents in figure 3. Now somebody said BB. male BB, and somebody say female BB, BB. Jaja. Am I gonna draw it? I don't think I have any capability of drawing it. I don't think anything. I don't have the paid thing to draw it. I normally use Microsoft. What am I using again? Don't remember. But Google not allow me to go on that. But I can say it though. So how you know say a BB? Why is the male a B? Why is the male capital B and small b? And why is the female two why? Because I just see answer flying, but I don't see why. So Dalmatian allele, the dominant allele for, so what's a female? What's a female allele? Me see X chromosome and Y chromosome. The male is heterozygous. Okay. And what does heterozygous mean? The male is heterozygous. What does heterozygous mean? What does heterozygous mean? Because I don't know. So I want you all to tell me what heterozygous mean. It seem like you swap the paper and don't know what I talk about. We need explanations. We not just take answers. What does heterozygous mean? Let's see, recessive. Two alleles is different. Yes, Melissa. Two alleles is different. So in this case, what would be the two different alleles for the male dog? What two allele? It doesn't have two different genes. It has two different alleles. There's a difference between alleles and gene. Gene is a section of a DNA that's responsible for a characteristic, while allele is alternative part of a gene. So you can't just say have different gene, it has different alleles. An allele is an alternative part of a gene, while a gene is a DNA or part of a chromosome, a specific part of a chromosome that's responsible for characteristics. So in this case, the male parent would be B, the male dog would be dominant B and recessive B because it's heterozygous. The female, let's say the female is a what? What's a female? Allele. Allele is an alternative form of a gene. Allele is the alternative form of a gene. While a gene is a specific part of a chromosome that's responsible for characteristics. Yesterday, I have a video explaining this. So, Kathy, please go to my channel and go over the video. All right. So Kathy, are you in the WhatsApp group, Kathy? JJ, me see your answer correct. The answer is correct, but I'm not really the correct answers were flying in from the get-go. But my aim is to make you to see if you really understand the terms. I'm not ignore your JJ. Something a chat the stick. So I just want to see if you understand the terms. Right? So like Cathy, me know Cathy not understand now. Right? So then now Cathy, me can encourage you now to go right on the page. Right, Cathy, go on the page and go through the video. I'm going to even do a better job and I'm going to send you the link right now. I'm a guarantee, Cathy, that after you watch the video, you will good. All right, Cathy, so make sure you take down that link. And everybody else who don't understand, take that link down. Take that link down. And let's go. All right, Taji don't understand. Taji, are you in the WhatsApp group? Taji and Cathy, I'm going to do you one better. And anybody that don't understand, if you don't understand genetics after listening that video, you can contact me on the WhatsApp number, all right? I will answer you any question you have via WhatsApp tonight. I'm that nice. I am that nice. All right, so anybody who don't understand, and this goes for everybody, don't understand, I'll answer your questions. Tonight, once me not sleep, I'll answer your question. I'm gonna wake up early in the morning, so you still get an answer. You don't have the WhatsApp group? Oh, that miss everybody, so Jaja. The WhatsApp group is there, guys. It's there, it's there, it's there. I will send it again shortly as soon as the thing pops up back. So let me get the link. Let me get the link. So far, there's 39 members in the group, or 38. So some people are gonna miss out because of the 70 people there eventually. All right. So there's the WhatsApp group again. All right. So recessive. So in this case, it's using information below. Draw a Punnett square to determine the possible genotype. And here we saw that they said that the dog is a homozygous female. But then it says she's homozygous and the male dog is heterozygous. So then now we say draw a Punnett square. It says the dominant allele for black spot color is B. We look at these dogs and we see that the male has a black spot. So if the male has a black spot and the allele for black spot is by dominant B, that means that and the dog is heterozygous, that means it must be capital B, which is dominant, and a recessive because it's two different allele making up that dog to get that black, right? Then for it says the female dog is homozygous, so that means that the female dog has brown spots and is homozygous. And homozygous means same. And then the recessive allele, the brown spot is represented by a recessive B. So if it's homo, it has to be BB because it's two of the same allele come together, and then we do a cross multiplication. So we will have, it says what is first? It says female is first, so it will be, let's say, it doesn't really matter still, it's BB and BBB, and we do a multiplication, and we should get 50%. All right, so let's move on. Who don't understand, watch the video, and this will be very simple. Next, in Dalmatian dogs, there are only two colors for their spot, black or brown. Identify the type of variation and state two examples of this type of variation in humans. So two types of variation like this in humans. Let's go. Let's pick up the pace. Discontinuous for JJ. Discontinuous. What does discontinuous mean? Why? What does discontinuous mean? Why is it discontinuous? Yeah, we get the example, but what is, yeah, we get the example, but what is discontinuous? What does that mean? It means that the offspring not guaranteed to have the trait. No. No, Chrissy. No, not really. So you guys give me the, you see, that's why I'm gonna like take answers, you know. I like explanation of answer. Because explanation of answer make me understand if you really understand. Discontinuous means there's clearly defined difference. Okay. Discontinuous means that is either you have it or you don't have it. That's what it means in simple term, Chrissy. Is either you don't have it or you have it. So it's either you have the ability to roll your tongue or you don't have the ability to roll your tongue. No, there are two types of variation. Genetic variation is not a type of variation. It is discontinuous or continuous, Taji. So discontinuous variation is either you have it or you don't have it. There cannot be a change in discontinuous variation. So you don't have the ability to roll your tongue today, and then tomorrow you have the ability to roll your tongue. That is what discontinuous means. It can't change. There's no change. It's either you have it or you don't have it. For example, that and discontinuous is the opposite of continuous. Because continuous can change. So continuous can change. For example, growth is a type of variation because growth can change. You can grow from one point to another point with time. You understand? So in this case, it's either them have black spot or a brown spot. So the black spot dog can eventually grow a brown spot because that's him just a black spot. It's either you have it or you don't have it. So that is why example of discontinuous is tongue rolling and earlobe attachment, because it either you have it or you don't have it. Continuous variation meaning that over time you can change. Things can change. That's why it's continuous. Continuous variation means it has the ability to change. Right? And that's growth is one. Growth is a variation. Weight is a variation. You can get fat or you can get slim. Right? There's a lot of variation examples. As long as it can change, height, growth, weight, all of those are continuous variation. Right? Finger length, leaf length, all of those. So eye color can't change. Skin complexion can change. It's continuous variation. It can change because you can go to an environment that is hot and it turn black. You can go to an environment where it's cold and it is you get whiter. So for example, if you lock up in the house and the sun will touch you, you basically get a browner complexion. So skin complexion can change. You can skin bleach. You can bleach your skin and it change. No matter where you do it, this continuous variation, it doesn't change. One of the offspring of the Dalmatian was completely white. Explain what caused this absence of color to occur. So he was brown and now him turned white. How? Explain that. Because you just put mutation albino. What does that mean, JJ? I don't understand that. Explain that. What is mutation? You are using all these words. What are mutation? What is mutation? Why is it mutation? How is mutation lead to albino? JJ, what is mutation, friend? If you not answer a question, then you know. The change in DNA. Oh. If you not answer a question, then you have to answer them. Knowing that you don't understand what you're talking about. And try chopper. Can't work. Explain fully what change in DNA mean. Mutation occur when there's any change in the amount of DNA in a cell which alters a characteristic. What? Give me an example of what changes a DNA. Everybody talk about albinism, mutation. And me can't hear me can't hear. No, me can't hear a proper sentence that describes what you're saying. That tells me that you are swallowing. Stop swat. So, the dog mutation occurs when there's a change in the amount of DNA in a cell which alters a characteristics. So in this case, it should have been worded in a way, I may expect you to word it. Because you're giving me teacher answer. I may not understand like that yet. So it should be that it's possible, right? Yes, something is wrong with SWOT because SWOT is one dimensional. SWOT doesn't work for CXC that much, especially for paper 2. Because SWOT meaning that once you SWOT it one way, you cannot maneuver it to fit another answer. So you can't maneuver this question if it comes a different way. That swatting doesn't help because if you answer this and say mutation, right? And you say albino, and you don't understand what mutation is. How is it when you get a mutation question that is different from this, are you going to understand? You don't. And XOXO her, swatting only works for a period of time. When you reach college level, that's it. When you reach CAPE level, that is it. And you're going to be in problems. A whole heap of problems. SWAT the concept of stuff and not word for word verbatim. Because if you can't, my teacher always tell me that if you cannot explain to a 6-year-old what mutation is, then you know nothing at all. Because the real learning is learning the basic of it. So, you can't SWAT and then you don't know what you're saying. So back to this. Mutation, right, is the altering of a gene, right? So basically you can say that it's possible that the Dalmatian was exposed to some type of chemical or some type of substance in the environment that would have altered his gene, right? Which resulted in him not having spots anymore, which is similar to what albinism is. So yes, the answer it is genetic mutation, and albino is an example of it. But I didn't know if you understand how would you fit that into this question. So it's a change. You must have said that the Dalmatian is exposed to some type of substance in the environment, for example, chemical, which would have potentially altered his DNA, making him white. So that's the type of answer that I want now. If you know that if I see any type of mutation question again, you would understand what it is. So DJ and Co, hope you understand that. Moving on. List 3 substances transported by the blood. We mentioned that later today already in another paper. 3 substances transported by the blood. Give me one hormone JJ that is transported by the blood. No, wouldn't necessarily say water, Chrissy. Wouldn't say water. We will stick to oxygen, carbon dioxide, glucose, and hormones. What hormone JJ is transported by the blood? Tell me one hormone. Why JJ answer them takes so long for forward? Insulin, that's one hormone. Good. I'll take that. Moving on. State one function of each of the following components. So one function of the white blood cell. No vitamins, no minerals. Stick to oxygen, CO2, oxygen, CO2, glucose, and hormone. No minerals, no vitamins. Yes, to fight against diseases, that's right. Yes, to engulf bacteria, protect the body from pathogens, yeah. Plasma, that's a function of plasma. That's plasma function. Plasma, not platelet, plasma. No. So plasma, guys, is Plasma is a liquid part of the blood, right? So plasma transports organisms. So plasma does the transporting. So anything that the blood transport, that's what the plasma would transport automatically. So plasma is the transport medium of the blood. So you would put back the same answers that you would put in 3A. So the same answer you put in a 3A, which would be, well, not the same exact answers, but it would be like products from digestion. So it will carry nutrients, heat. Yes, it does transport heat. So plasma would transport nutrients, right? Heat. Those are two things. So nutrients, you could stick with nutrients and heat. No, sir. Me? No, sir. Not at all. Next, platelets. Platelets. No, Charles. Plasma only transport nutrients. Let's stick with nutrients. Platelets, blood clotting, yes. Moving on. Tanisha is carrying out a blood test. Identify the reagent she should use to test for glucose in the blood. So glucose in the blood, or you test for that. Or you test for glucose. Yes, Benedict solution. Or you test for fat. Yes, glucose is a reducing sugar. How do you test for fat? How do you test for fat? Why are you putting lipids? Lipids is another name for fat. How do you test for fat? Emulsion. Emulsion. Okay, emulsion is good. Paper bag. So JJ, why you not answer that? JJ, I feel like you swat that paper, you know, JJ. Cause you not get the other, I mean, not get the other answer then from you fast, you know. Or you test the starch. JJ, we need to answer them fast. Or you test the starch. Yeah. Or you test for starch. Iodine. Solution, yes. Or you test for protein. Protein. Or you test for protein. How you test? What solution? Right. Burette solution. Okay. Nice. Why me see emulsion? Emulsion is for fat, not protein. What substance is used in emulsion to test for fat? What substance is used in emulsion to test for fat? What substance? Ethanol. What is the end result for fat? When fat is in ethanol, what is cloudy white? Good. Benedict solution. What is the color to be observed if glucose is present? If glucose is present, orange red. If protein is present, purple, good, or blue, black. Okay, moving on. Leon has a deficiency in a particular vitamin. He cut his arm in an accident and his wound would not stop bleed. Identify the vitamin Leon is lacking and explain its role in preventing excessive blood loss. Orange, red, and red orange, same thing. Vitamin K, okay. Explain. Vitamin K, explain biologically. Yes, blood clot, but how? Activates prothrombin to thrombin. JJ, I know you do that paper already, you know. You can't trick me, you know. You can't trick I. JJ do this paper already. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Cause if me ask you, every time I ask you a question that's not on the paper, you're the first to reply. Only when it's for the paper, you can't trick me, JJ. You ain't tricking me. Yes. So it is vitamin K converts, right, plasma protein, right? So the paper, right, converts plasma protein, prothrombin into thrombin. So the SWOT answer where JJ give, that's the one. Because K for blood to thick, right, it has to convert prothrombin into thrombin. So basically thrombin is before and thrombin allows the thickness of the blood to cohesively attach. Yeah, man, JJ swatty paper hot, man. That's why I switch it up on JJ when and JJ can't answer when I switch it up. Good swatting. That's why I tell you swatting doesn't help. It helps, but it doesn't help in the long term. Moving on. Figure 4 shows a blood cell. So you understand, everybody, how we get captivate prothrombin into active thrombin. So thrombin is the thick part. And in order for blood to clot, you need thrombin. Right? Thrombin. So you need it. No, you can't. It's not. No, you can't go no more simpler than that. This is simple, Chrissy. Me even tell it in a simpler way than it actually even is. So thrombin, THROMBIN, right? So so you need to go. So thrombin is needed for blood for clot. And in order for you to reach thrombin, you have to activate prothrombin to turn it into thrombin. And vitamin K does that activation. So vitamin K activates prothrombin into thrombin. So vitamin K is the activator that turns prothrombin into thrombin, and your body needs thrombin in order for the blood to clot. Get that, Chrissy and Co? Yes, so prothrombin would be the inactive version. So in order for it to be activated, it needs K. And with that said, please know all your vitamins and their functions. Please know all vitamins, their functions, their deficiency disease, and which food source you can get them from. Next, figure 4 shows blood cell found in Leon's twin sister. Get your book, Chrissy. Vitamin A. Simple things, Chrissy. Vitamin A, night blindness. Vitamin B, beriberi. Vitamin C, scurvy. Really? Vitamin D, rickets. And you get them. Chrissy, me not pay no mind, Chrissy. Go read, Chrissy. Go and read your book. I'm going to send the book and you go and read the book back to back, front to front, cover to cover. Moving on. Figure 4 shows blood cell found in Leon's twin sister Dion, who is often very tired. What disease is Dion suffering from? And explain why she feels so tired. Sickle cell, yes. Sickle cell anemia. You can't just say sickle cell, all right? Sickle cell anemia. Please do not go and say sickle cell. That's a totally different thing. Sickle cell anemia. So JJ, that wrong. Sickle cell is wrong. Sickle cell is wrong. It's sickle cell anemia. There are 2 types of sickle cell. And if it's a sickle cell alone, you are wrong. Okay. So why would Leon be weak? Yes, you have to say anemia. Why would Dion be weak? Sorry. So the shape, sickle shape, in there, if I'm carrying its function, and if what would it hinder it from carrying? So oxygen, limited from carrying oxygen actually help. Oh, reducing oxygen makes you feel tired. I don't get that. Oh, with the reduction of oxygen. Sickle cell anemia has to do with the blood. The blood specifically. The other sickle cell is not that specific. The body needs oxygen to work because you need oxygen to produce energy. That's the answer I want. Oxygen is needed to produce energy for respiration. So because the red blood cell is not biconcave, right? She's not the red blood cell is not biconcave, meaning that it don't have a large surface area to transport oxygen, sorry. It means that the body will be deprived of oxygen. Almost, but we want to be perfect. All right. Moving on. Define balanced diet. Oh God. Yes, go ahead. Come JJ, come with the SWOT answer. Would you be taking a break after this paper? Well, we soon come to an end anyways. But if let's see how this paper goes first. Getting all the right food group in the right proportions. And JJ, you know, you just a swat the little thing what the man say. Hey, you know, I explain. I hope you can go and go explain. You know. Yeah, this a man according to Google. All right, Tajay, at least you're honest. Yes, right proportions, and you're fine. Yes, JJ, me watch the video too. So I know exactly what you're telling me. You're telling me verbatim for verbatim. Not even in your own words. JJ, I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. Not even putting in your own words. Tough. Yes, quantity is fine. JJ, I give thing verbatim for verbatim. So you think me not see video them too? Me see video them too. Exactly like how the man say it, and that's how you say it. Me see video them to JJ. You think are you one who have internet? I don't have internet, you know. Stop swatting, man. Don't worry, man. Me I do one different paper. Just because of JJ. Me I see how active you be in that paper there. So I hope you're just as active in the next paper. Me I go beyond 6 o'clock. Just to see how active you be. So JJ, we are gonna do that. We are gonna do that. Protein. State one function of each of the following nutrients in the body. Protein. Come, JJ, give me the exact answer. Repair and growth. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Test you swat 2015 paper. You swat that? Vitamin A. What's the function of vitamin A? It's a JJ easy. Oh boy. Yes, night blindness prevention, yes. Eyesight, yes. Iron. JJ, which school you go? Which school you go, JJ? Yes, iron. Yes, yes, it help produce hemoglobin. Which school you go, JJ? What's another one for iron? We need to know which school JJ go. Yes, iron make hemoglobin. Yes. So iron is used to make hemoglobin. Alright, next calcium. JJ, which school you go? Want to know which school you go, JJ? Or if which school you go, me not forget that, JJ. JJ, why you not answer my question? Which school you go? Because I can't take care of your life, you know. Yeah. I even know me got the power. JJ, you know me I take care of your life, you know. You really want to risk me take care of your life? You really want to risk that? I must say next people on my YouTube. JJ, which school you go? Because you for play quiz. You must play school challenge quiz. Because the way you are swat. Verbatim for verbatim. Me can get you a scholarship quick. Me can get you a scholarship quick where you don't pay a cent. You finish your schooling career. Come play school challenge quiz. JJ. With your swatting ability. Don't know, you know. I chew me not bad man, me not kick him off or her off because I don't know if JJ is a female or a male. Miss Burton prepared a meal of peas and rice and fried chicken for her family's dinner. Identified 2 Caribbean food group missing from the meal. Fruit, yes, fruit and vegetable, yes. Miss Barton has a 16-year-old twin girls, Kelly and Mandy. Kelly is very active and she's on the track team, while Mandy just lazy and sit down and play a computer game. Recommend 2 ways in which the twins' diet should be different and give 1 reason for each recommendation. Mr. JJ easy. Mr. JJ swat everything word for word. And JJ then with Kia Rasta. JJ still an answer. JJ until I fixed up now your own words, when I have that knowledge. I swear. Oh boy. Mandy should eat more carbohydrates and protein as she's active on the track team, yes. Mandy. Mandy or Kelly? Man, you mean Kelly? Kelly, you mean? So Kelly should have more nutrients than more carbohydrates in her body than Mandy because Kelly needs energy while Mandy isn't. Ryan Savage. Kelly needs more protein to strengthen her muscles, while Mandy needs more vitamins to stay healthy. Ryan Savage. Ryan Savage. Kelly's diet will be consistent of food high in protein and food. Kelly diet should contain higher calories and Mandy requires food high in iron. Mandy needs calories as she's on the track team and Mandy needs more iron. Okay. So basically Kelly is more active than Mandy, which means that her diet should contain more calories and more protein. Why? Because Kelly is on track team. So if Kelly is on the track team, means she got tear muscles and she needs to repair her muscles. So yeah. So she would need more calories and protein to repair her body tissues after training than Mandy. So you don't really need to say what Mandy need. You just need to say, well, Mandy would. Yeah, you can't say what Mandy need or what Kelly need. The line is there, so yes, guys, you can go ahead. All of that is right. All right, moving on. Next, we have try breeze a paper since it is everybody know. Kelly and Mandy are very worried about their friend Brian, even though even though he's quite a slender, so Brian slim, Brian believes that he's too fat. So even though Brian's slim and think him too fat, he eats very small amount of food and keep losing weight. So just the disease that Brian is suffering from and state 2 other signs of the symptoms he might exhibit. So anorexia, yes. What is anorexia? What is anorexia? Yes, it's a eating disorder. What type of eating disorder? And it's anorexia nervosa for the right word. So anorexia is when somebody is obsessive about their weight. Anorexia nervosa is when somebody they are very sensitive about their weight, right? So they, even when them slim, them think that them fat. So they're obsessed about their weight. No, that is actually bulimia. So bulimia is when you want to vomit everything we eat. Oh, Chrissy, yeah, big words, man. Chrissy, Chrissy, how you find a big word there? We give a couple love for that. Chrissy, how you find a big word there? Chrissy, how you find a word there? Chrissy, how you find a word there? Jaja. Chrissy, you're hot. Chrissy, watch it. You're full of your life. Whoa, Chrissy hot boy. Yes. And most eating disorder is nervosa. So it's bulimia, nervosa. Bulimia, nervosa, anorexia, nervosa. Tajay, in your book, Tajay. You know, read your book. So, two signs. Yes, there will be fatigue, there will be behavioral issues, yes, change in your skin. Yes, you have poor skin color, you will have dehydration and so forth. All right, moving on. Dominic class. Dominic class. Why? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Dominic class visited a landfill to observe its operation. He was pleasantly surprised to see how different the landfill was compared to the dump near his house. Outline one difference between a dump and a landfill. So a man said dump is smaller than a landfill. We need more. We need more active things. Yes, JJ. I know you said that first. So JJ now ramp jack back his game and said. JJ now ramp. Hey JJ, me tell you say you get my attention. JJ don't even chill enough. JJ don't even care. JJ still a jack the same as say. And JJ, when I give you no props, not even one. Oh boy. A dump is an area where garbage is disposed. A dump as animals and a landfill doesn't. We need to go read up on the topic, man. JJ, I exactly the same way the man put it, you put it. The man name, what him name? I remember him name. Early to something. Him name early to something. Might as well just quote the brother and just go on. Big up early to. Big up early to. If you watch the stream, big up yourself. Yeah, early to CXC. See? Yes, big up to early to CXC. Because you do the thing. You do the work. And you help the kids. So big up yourself early to CXC. Yeah, man. JJ Bench early to CXC. Yes, so dump is like people just destroy them garbage where landfill is the government used to. All right, so dump is basically a hole where you put waste in it, right? But a landfill is more what's the word I'm looking for? It's more organized for garbage. So a dump, you just put the garbage in a hole. So basically, when the dump would be susceptible to what they call vectors. So rat and them thing they can go in a dump. Yes, a riverton is a dump, right? So yes, riverton is a dump, right? But a landfill is more it cover. So them build it, suit it for garbage disposal. Them have a liner under it, and the liner prevent any penetration, right? Or any pollution. So you know, so they suppose you have battery and them something they were drilling at the earth, right? The liner would prevent that. Right, and then we have it's compact to prevent vectors from going in, right? So it prevent rat and mosquitoes from breathing in. So yes, state two processes that occur in a landfill and give one reason why each process is carried out. Come in, JJ, come quote. Okay, we say burning. You want to explain burning though. You can't just say burning. You'll have to say incinerator. You get take it to an incinerator. Burning, you'll have to explain burning, because burning would have it would have been tight because it could have been pollution also. So you'd want to say um composting, that's one. Your 3 R's basically. And donate or sell things. So for example, instead of store something, you can donate or sell it. So you have somewhere when you know it's not it's working, but it's just not new and you just don't like it. You can donate it, you can reuse, reduce, and recycle. You can choose durable products, right? So instead of buy the cheap things, you buy the more things that last longer. Something like that. Something like that, Anderson. Um, Also about a landfill, you must also remember that them separate. So them separate all the different types of garbage. That's also something that's different. Anyways, next. The garbage collection from Dominic's village is very unreliable. As a result, the villagers dispose of their garbage in a nearby dump. Dominic and his relatives plan to set an example by reducing the amount of garbage thrown away in their household. So we recommend 5 things, and we do that already. Moving on, suggest 2 social benefits and 2 economical benefits that could be gained from reducing the amount of garbage thrown away. So socially it will benefit, and economically it will benefit. So socially, it will benefit to reduce the amount of garbage thrown away. So economically in the environment, that the environment will be less polluted, tourist attraction like beaches. Yes, I like economic more clearly, Christy. I like that answer. Social benefit could include that people will be more inclined to live there. Okay, I'll take that. That's a good answer, Lawrence. Jada, social, cleaner environment, improve air quality. Okay. Okay, yes, we'll take that. Yes, 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 we'll take that. We'll take that. Good. Social also community engagement, right? People working together, right? Towards a common goal. So you create social bonds, right? That is a social benefit. Healthier community also, right? You guys said that. Economic, you save the amount of money. Yeah, go take if you have garbage trucker come really take up garbage and those things. Right? So you save the money by paying garbage men to come, and also landfill fees. Can remember landfill is there's a fee towards that, right? So you reduce landfill fees, waste management infrastructure costs, labor costs of waste collection services, right? You also reduce environmental cleanup costs. Remember, say you have to pay people to come around the environment and clean it up. So all of those things you have to take into consideration. Next question. Circulatory system is made up of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. It does not depend on the nervous system for its impulses, but instead generates its own impulses. Identify the structure in the heart which is responsible for the generation of impulses and state in which which chamber it is located. So that is in your book. Generation of impulses. Which part of your heart generate impulse? I mean, JJ, I hear time. Hello. JJ. Yes, guys. So, which part of your heart? It's in the atrium. Yes. But which atrium? So, it's the pacemaker. The pacemaker. The pacemaker. And that would be in the right atrium. The pacemaker in the right atrium. So the pacemaker sends electrical impulses to help your heart beat steady. So your pacemaker make your heart beat steady. Right? And it's at your right atrium. Next, poor lifestyle practices can contribute to the development of arteriosclerosis, which can lead to high blood pressure. Right? Describe how arteriosclerosis causes an increase in the individual's blood pressure. So how does arteriosclerosis help increase in one's individual blood pressure? So arteriosclerosis can increase an individual blood pressure when the fat gets laid down in the walls of the artery. Okay. Okay, yes. This is actually in your textbook, guys. So this occurs when the fatty deposit contains cholesterol, right? And the cholesterol is known as arterial mass. Arterial mass, right? So the cholesterol is known as arterial mass. That's ATHEROMAS, and that build up inside the walls of the coronary artery, right? And that supply oxygen blood to the heart muscle. The arterial mass causes the lumen of the artery to narrow and their walls to harden and become less elastic. This means the blood pressure would be increased. So that would be the answer for that. Next, identify one poor lifestyle practice that can contribute to the development of high blood pressure. One poor lifestyle practice. Yes, diet, salt, yeah. What else? But you want to more strict to the heart. You want to really want to salt, even though salt, you don't want to say more fat and smoking. That more suited to this topic. Um, Moving on. It's often said an obese child results in an obese adult. Discuss the link between obesity in children and hypertension in adults, and suggest one way in which the incidence of both of these lifestyles can be reduced. So, what's the link there? So, what's the link between obesity in children and hypertension in adults? And suggest one way. So, what's the link? Yes, when you're too obese, it can lead to hypertension. Yes. So when you're fat, right, you have an increase in your blood total. So when you're fat, you have more blood, right? So more fat equal more blood, right? So more fat, if the bigger you are, the more blood you need. So a big person I gotta have more volume of blood than a small person, basically. So the fat tissues secretes various hormones, right? And that can lead to fluid retention and expansion of the blood volume. So the increased blood volume puts greater pressure on the walls of the blood vessel. So the bigger you are, the more blood you have, and that would put pressure, right, on your blood vessels, leading to higher blood pressure. We get that so far? So since everybody had talked about something else, I gotta assume so I get that. All right, good. So everybody get that. So fat abnormalities contribute to development of arteriosclerosis, the buildup of plaque in the artery, right, which can lead to arterial stiffness, reduced blood flow, and of course, hypertension. All right. Next, it says a consistently elevated blood pressure, right, is as a result of the heart working much harder than usual to pump blood around the body. Explain the changes that occur in the heart due to consistently elevated blood. That's the last question of this paper. So, yeah, what else? Yes, start to beat faster and more blood will be pumped. Ken, that's just the starting of it, but you're not answer the question. You saying high blood pressure, 140 over 100. You're just telling me that it's high blood pressure, but you're not telling me how the heart would actually um, change. So Chrissy answered by saying beat faster. That's one. What about impulses? There will be more impulses, right? So that's changing. So heart beat faster, and you have an increase in heart rate, an increase in pulse. That means your pacemaker will be sending more impulses quicker. Contractions occur longer, and contractions occur faster. Sorry, harder. Should be harder or faster. But anyway. No, you don't have to say that, Chrissy. You're sticking to the heart. So it would be increase in heartbeat and pulse. Contractions occur longer and harder. That's it. So we are at the end of this paper. I'm say on tired, call it a day, call it a Sunday. Yes, it will become thicker. Tired, my name say tired, 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 tired. Tired. Some people say no. Some people say same. Tired. Chrissy said, go through the book. Hey, the firewood did that. Alright, guys. Some people say tired, tired, tired. 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 Okay, I'm gonna tell you what. So, how about 30 minutes time we do one more paper? Call it a day. 30 minutes time, one more paper. Or no paper, we're done the life. I'm gonna get the notes. 30 minutes, one more paper. Alright, 30 minutes, one more paper. So 30 minutes, one more paper. I want to get all the notes. Yeah, man, I forward back, man. 30 minutes, one more paper. All right, guys. Oh boy. So 30 minutes, one more paper, guys. Make sure you subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you're not gonna see me when I come back. So subscribe. All right. Those who don't in the group, I'm gonna send that link one more time. And for all those who want to watch the videos, want to get, this is an opportunity. You can go and use 30 minutes for the video. All right. So I'm going to take the 30 minutes, get some rest, regurgitate, and come. And then you can go revise book and for tomorrow. Make sure you can tell me so you go mash it up. Mash it up. Mash up the paper. Mash up the paper. All right. So I send the link for all those are not in the group. Make sure you join up the group. Bad. Soon come back.